On Crusader Kings today, guys. This is the start of my Crusader King video series. I've got a ton of content ideas with Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings is one of my favorite all-time games, and it's really easy to make content with. So I'm going to be kicking out Crusader King videos at least once a week, maybe a couple of videos a week, depending on my work schedule. It's easier to actually build up some content. I can make 5 or 6 videos at once if I really wanted to. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Crusader King videos. I'm going to start with the Kingdom of Poland. I want to build the Kingdom of Poland, like I was doing with the Kingdom of Ireland on my live stream the other day. I want to create the Kingdom of Poland. I kind of got a good idea on where I want to take it, because I feel bad about Poland, because Poland throughout history has always been invaded by either the Germans or the Russians or whomever else. So I'm going to start in the 867 era and build the Kingdom of Poland to see if I can rival people. And then, here, I'll go to the map really quick. What I was liking to do is I'm going to make myself Catholic and spread Catholicism through Eastern Europe, because it's like a Slovakian religion. It's almost like an Eastern Orthodox, I think. I didn't really look up what kind of religion they have. Maybe I can look that up when I create my character, because I plan on creating a Polish character here. So what my plans are, obviously, I'm going to start in Polania. We'll call it Polania, and then I'm going to make my way up to the North Sea here, and then take out Prussia, because, well, Prussia are bastards. Long live Poland. And then maybe rival East Francia and whatever Eastern Empire. I mean, they've got Khazaria here, who I never really have a problem with Khazaria whenever I play this game, but I want to be able to rival the Eastern empires as well as the Western ones here, East Francia being the main one since it's the closest. Movaria never really has an issue. Bulgaria, though, so basically I'd be creating an empire to offset Bulgaria, maybe. Maybe that's what it's all about. And then take over the Ottomans. What I would like to do is be able to get to, what is this, the Black Sea? I can't remember. I think that's the Black Sea. And then I would have easy access to the Middle East. And, well, with being a Catholic, well, you're close to being able to have holy wars and crusades against people in the Middle East, especially in Israel. So then, whenever the Pope calls for a holy war, I'll have easy access to get to the Holy Land and help the Pope create the kingdom of heaven. So that's my goal with Poland. I know that's probably super ambitious, and it probably might not happen, but wouldn't it be fun if it did? So we'll see what happens, because, like I said, I'm starting off in one of the smaller countries. One of the other reasons why I'm picking Polania, sorry, I can't pronounce that, is that there is a lot of little nation states here around the area that I can conquer fairly quickly. So I'm guessing I can probably build my country, my kingdom and empire fairly quickly if I'm smart enough to do that. So basically what I'm going to look at here starting out as Polania is go north here and take out a couple of these smaller countries to rival Prussia, because Prussia are bastards. And then worry about my southern border here against Great Movaria and Bohemia and Bulgaria. I don't know who I'm going to look at for allies. I'm going to wait to see who is more friendly with me, and so on, and so on, and so on. So there's a lot of ambitious content here that we can make. Let's see if we can make it happen. Some of the other videos I plan on making is I'd like to do like a Northumbria video here, or a video series, because that should be a good content maker with being at war with the Norsemen, and then I can try to take over the UK. That's one of the things I was doing with the Kingdom of Ireland, was trying to build up my Kingdom of Ireland. I still have my Go Live video that I was using a couple of days ago, so I might go back to that for a Go Live to see if I can conquer the rest of Ireland. than to try to take out, well, all of UK and become the UK emperor and create my own little UK empire where the sun never sets. So, there you have it. That's what I'm planning on doing. Shall we get into it here? I like creating my characters right off the bat because, well, that's half the fun is creating your characters, right? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go to Polinia here. And then I'm going to create my own ruler. I love creating my own ruler. This guy looks like a tool, so we're going to build another guy. Let's see, I'm 40 years old. I'm an old man, getting gray hairs, feeling more like I'm in my 80s than anything. Let's see, I don't want a Polish name. I'm going to stick with my regular name just because I like my regular name. Let's go in married. I have a son. I'm not really married in the real world, but in the game, for game purposes, I got to start off with a queen, don't I? So, let's see. Change appearances. I need to change the hair because that hair, look, I just do not like that hairstyle. I know that was like hairstyle back in that time period and all, but I just do not like that hairstyle. He looks too much like a tool to me. So, let's see here. Do we go with complexion, though? We need to go with a good complexion. Actually, that guy's complexion is not too bad, but let's give me blue eyes because I got blue eyes in the real world. Nose is fine, mouth is fine. I usually don't do all that, like mold your face because I really don't care. I just like having the hairstyle, the eye color, and everything. So let's go to hairstyle here. I usually go with like the short, medium wave. I kind of like that. See, he looks sexier, doesn't he? He looks way better like that with that hairstyle. So I think I'm going to stick with that hairstyle. That was easy right off the bat. I don't think he needs a beard or anything. I think he looks good, clean cut there. I think he looks pretty sexy. So that looks good, right? So let's see. Let's go to faith and culture. So this is the Slovak faith here, emphasizing personal duty, morality, and conformity. Slavic paganism is the blanket term for the myriad native faiths of much of Central and Eastern Europe. Community is an important part of most, and religious ceremonies are often public gatherings which celebrate beauty and joyfulness. So it doesn't sound too bad, but they're not Catholic, so we're going to convert everybody. Communal identity, rituals, celebrations, and sanctity of nature. Again, that doesn't sound like a bad religion, but for better gaming and content purposes, let's make him Catholic. And, well, let's convert the heathens. So we're going to make me Catholic. Culture, Polish. I don't know much about the Polish culture or how advanced technology-wise it is, so that might be something we'll look at in-game. West Slavic heritage, Lachetic language. Is that how you pronounce that? Well, we're going to go with that for now. The coat of arms, that looks okay, I guess. I don't really care about it, but let's go with my last name here. Dutch last name and a Polish land. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know what my motto should be though. What should my motto be? In my Go Live video I used "Don't be an asshat." So maybe I'll go back with "Don't be an asshat." Don't be an ass hat. I like that motto. For coat of arms, I don't mind that coat of arms. I typically go with an owl. I like the owl because, well, owls represent wisdom and clairvoyancy and all kinds of that. And if you guys watch my paranormal vlog that I have on my page, well, you'll understand why I'm an owl. So, let's go ahead and make my owl. Let's go ahead and make that owl because, well, I like owls. So, the owl is a lonely bird. It fills my heart with dread and terror. Okay, let's see here. I kind of liked the blue, though. Well, that didn't... Oh, maybe I should switch over to the other color here. There we go. There we go. What blue part is that? So, the eyes, the eyes. Oh, I need to go back to the, go back to the background and do that color. I still like that blue color. I think we should stick with the blue. Go with the dark blue or the light blue. I'm thinking the dark blue. Let's go with the dark blue. So let's see. What would the owl look like with? Oh, no. No, 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 no. That doesn't look good. Yeah. Let's see. What does that look like with the light blue? That looks a little better with the light blue. Or, you know what? What does it look like with the white background? You know what? Screw that. Let's just stick with the coat of arms the way it is. Let's just stick with the coat of arms the way it is. And the actual realm banner actually looks pretty cool. So I'm not gonna get rid of the realm banner. The dynasty banner I could really care less about in this one. I just let's just stick with the regular game banner for now. Let's see. Let's go traits. I'm gonna go warlord here. Exalted warlord. Gives me good martial, gives me good stewardship, army movement speed, army siege weapon effectiveness, lot yada yada yada. Personality. Let's go temperate. Let's go humble, honest. These are the typical traits I stick with. Let's see. Ambitious, just. I'm actually compassionate in real life. And, well, I am stubborn. It's good to be stubborn on some issues, right? So I think that's good for now on that one. Let's go diplomacy. I'm actually fairly decent with diplomacy in the real world, so let's go ahead and make that like, I don't know, 41 or 31. How about that? And then martial. Now I'm not the biggest military guy in the real world. I love studying military history and tactics. So let's give me a good one. Let's go ahead and make that a 31 as well. Stewardship, I work hard. I make a decent amount of money. So let's go ahead and make this like a 36. Intrigue, I don't do well with lying. I don't like to lie. And the evasive, shadowy, intrigue stuff, I don't really care about that in game, so I'm going to keep that really low the way it is. Learning. I'm a smart person. I'm a smart person, so we're going to put this at like a 50. I'm smart. So we're going to put that at a 51. My prowess, well, I don't think I have that good of a prowess, to be honest with you. So let's just like make this an average one. Let's put that at 11. I think that's good for now. I think that's good for now. Well, we're going to save this guy, and we're going to create. See, I got an Ireland person and a warlord person. My warlord in this, I look like a tool. I need to delete that guy. That guy's a tool. I wonder if I can delete that. Well, anyway, I'm going to delete that warlord because, well, he just looks like a tool to me. Didn't like that guy. Didn't like that character. So let's just go ahead and make this guy my regular Polish character. Save him. And then finalize. So let's go in game. Well, the outfit they gave me right away isn't too bad. The outfit they gave me isn't too bad. But we're going to play around with that and maybe see if we can put a better outfit on me. So let's go ahead and play. So, you know, I kind of figured your son, Sedismir Van Winkle, is your new player L. New player A. Air. Oh, sorry. Let's see. So, I've got this mind frame of if you're gonna conquer the world or create a huge empire, you gotta look fashionable, right? Now, what they've got me wearing here isn't actually too bad. Isn't actually too bad. But let's see what we got here, though. Let's see. Uh, Actually, I kind of like that Royal Dalmatica Emperor's tunic. Maybe I should keep them in the Emperor's tunic because I'm going to be an emperor. Da, da, da. I kind of like the high medieval stuff here too, though. I kind of like the high medieval fine grade court. The ganache is kind of ugly, though. Let's see. Oh, I'm not low nobility. I mean, I might technically be low nobility in the game, but I'm going to go high nobility. I got all this stuff here. It's not Iberian, though. I'm not a Northern Lord. Western Commoner stuff. Western High Nobility. Ooh, I kind of like that, though. Western High Armor. Oh, that looked kind of gross, didn't it? Knights Templar. Well, I mean, I am Catholic in game, and I will be doing Holy Crusades, so maybe a Knights Templar outfit would look kind of cool. But I think for now we'll just keep it at a cool looking. I'm not Byzantine here. What's the step stuff look like? I'm not really in the steps though, but the step outfits are kind of cool too. But no, let's just go back to that first stuff I was looking at here, because I want to get in game really quickly here. I don't want to bore too much people with the dressing me up stuff. So let's see. I kind of like this, so let's go ahead and put that on. I don't think I need this cloak, even though that cloak's pretty cool. I kind of like that cloak. I don't think I need a cloak on. Ooh, fine lined royal mantle. Actually looks pretty cool. The coronation cloak's pretty cool looking too. I don't think it goes too well with it. What about the royal cloak? Eh. Kind of like that fur-lined royal mantle. Let's go with that. I think it matches better. Headwear, I don't mind what he's wearing, but I just don't think it's extravagant enough. So, yeah, I'm not going to put a peasant's straw hat on there. Crown of St. Louis. Actually, that looks kind of cool. That crown of St. Louis looks pretty cool, though. That looks noble hat with vire brim. That actually looks kind of cool, too. Iranian imperial crown. Screw the Iranians. Flower crown. Wedding crown. Knight's mail coif. I typically just go with like what is that called here? Norse circlet. The circlets are pretty cool. I like the circlets. Norse imperial crown. Circlet. I don't think that looks good enough for my guy, though. I don't think that looks good enough for my guy. Imperial crown. That looks too gaudy to me. Crusader open helm. Maybe if I go to Holy War, I'll put the Crusader stuff on, but we're not. We're far away from a crusade. I got to build the empire first. So let's go back up to these very first ones again. I think those probably looked better. Let's see. What I'm wearing isn't too bad. I just don't think it's good enough. So we're going to hooded cloak lowered. Eh. The St. Louis one looked really cool though. Which one did I like the most? I can't remember. Which one did I like the most? Oh, well, let's just stick with... Let's go with the Crown of St. Louis. I think that looks better with my garb here. Face items. I don't think I need any spectacles or weird face items. That just doesn't go right with my character. So we're going to keep leg wear, Eastern Commoners, Eastern Warrior. Maybe go with the Eastern Warrior. What was the Western Warrior look like? Let's go with the Western Warrior leg wear. Okay, my character. I got to take a look at that closer here. That crown. Yeah, that crown looks pretty decent, don't you think? I look pretty good. I look pretty handsome there, don't I? Yeah, I don't look too bad with that. Let me go back to the crown, though. I do like that crown, but there might be something better. That was what I was wearing, wasn't it? What was I? All the choices. They have so many different choices you can wear in this, and that's part of the fun of this game is they've got so many different kinds of clothes you can put on here. Then like what's crazy is they have like 8,000 different helmets and stuff you can wear, but only like 5 different pairs of shoes. I think that's kind of crazy. But these Carolinian stuff's pretty cool too. Oh, I don't need a helmet because I got a pretty face. I want people to see my pretty face. Maybe I will just go back to that circlet. Though that St. Louis crown was pretty cool, though. I did like that St. Louis crown. Fleur de lis. Imperial crown. I think that's stupid looking. Cone helmet. Cone head. I got a cone head. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I don't know if I like the head wrap with it. I wish it was just the crown itself. Opulent crown. Actually, that opulent crown isn't too bad. I'm not a jester. I might be a jokester, but I'm not a jester. Well, I think I should just go with the circular, the circlet here. That St. Louis crown was pretty cool, though. I did like that. Let's just go with the circlet for now, because I want my pretty face to show. Let's get away from the tribal throne room. I mean, the tribal throne room's cool and everything, but it just doesn't suit my character, I think. Mediterranean, no. Middle Eastern, no. Western throne room's probably the one I'm going to go with. Yeah, let's just go with that Western throne room. That looks way better. My guy looks pretty sexy, doesn't he? So, let's see. So that's my guy. Let's take a look at my wife now. Actually, my wife doesn't look too bad in what she's wearing. So let's just keep her in what she's wearing for now. I spent a lot of time on the clothes here, and like I said, I only make like hour videos. I've already wasted 23 minutes, so I don't want to bore everybody with just the clothes. Let's take a look at my heir, Sed. We're going to call him Sed because Sedzimir, because I cannot really pronounce that. I don't know Polish. So, okay, let's see. He's a pretty handsome young fella, 24. Mastermind philosopher, that's a good one. That's a good boy. Way to be a philosopher. He's callous, being called both heartless and cold-blooded. Sedzimir is indifferent to most. As long as he's not pissed off at me, I don't care. Brave, well, that's a good one. Fickle, that's not so good. Changes his mind more often than not, making him hard to predict. Well, that's fine. But maybe that might not be so good of a ruler trait after I die, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get my son married off. I need to look at who my allies are here in the region, and then marry my son off to get a strong ally so we can conquer the rest of Eastern Europe. Let's see. Let's take a look at my military. 780. That's not bad right off the bat. 480 levies, 100 light foot, 200 pikemen. I need to create some bowmen because I like archers. I like archers. So I'm going to create some bowmen for a whatchamacallit, men at arms or whatever they call it. So let's go ahead and go to the military side first here, and let's create another men at arms regiment. Get some bowmen in there. Get some bowmen in there. I know I'm a nerd. I'm also going to pass limited tribal authority. Let me see. The tribal authority is different than the Western stuff. I like to be able to take people's titles away. Tribal rulers with non-tribal ages may settle becoming feudal or clan. I like being able to revoke people's titles, and that won't be until past high tribal authority. I like to be able to take away people's titles because, well, they piss me off. I like to be able to promote and demote people if they piss me off. So I'm eventually going to pass the high tribal authority. I do not like using that much prestige because going to war takes a lot of prestige. But I like to be able to revoke people's titles and retract vassals, especially if they double cross me. You don't double cross your king, damn it. So I'll be able to pass it to the high tribal authority here, 877. So let's go ahead and take a look at the area here and see who's my friend. That guy doesn't like me. That guy doesn't really like me. That guy doesn't really like me. It's not looking too good for allies already. That guy doesn't like me. That guy really doesn't like me. Boy, nobody in the region likes me. They must already know my ambition. This guy's getting a little better with me. They might not like me because I'm a Catholic and everybody else is a weird, like, Slavic. That guy doesn't like me. Well, that guy actually isn't halfway bad. I mean, let's take a look at Prussia. Prussia hates me. Well, not hate me, but they're kind of indifferent. They must know I'm going to take them out. So I don't really have any strong allies right next to me, which I guess isn't a bad thing because I want to take over everybody. Bohemia doesn't really like me. Oh, Great Movaria doesn't have a problem. Maybe I can align myself with Great Movaria. He actually likes me. Maybe I can intermarry my family in with them and use their alliance, and maybe that could be like my major alliance here. What about Bulgaria? Bulgaria's not too bad with me. What about this guy? This guy, yeah. But so I'm going to look at maybe aligning myself with Great Movaria since he really likes me. Let's take a look at his traits. Indulgent, wastrel, architect. Well, that's a good trait to have. That helps you with building and all that time. Shy, lazy. At least he's honest. That's virtuous to Catholic. Oh, he's a Catholic. That's probably why he likes me, is he's Catholic. All the rest of the heathens in the area aren't Catholic, so that's probably best to marry in with them then, since they're Catholic. Great. East Francia doesn't mind me. That guy actually likes me too. Is he Catholic? Oh, they're Catholic, so I'm going to align myself with the Catholics here. These guys probably don't like me either because they're Slovakian. Okay, so at least I know who my allies are. I'm going to try to align myself with Great Movaria. Did he have any kids? He doesn't have any children, so I can't really marry off. What about his heir? His heir's got 3 boys. He doesn't have a daughter for my guy to marry off. So let's just go back to my son and see what pops up on the filter. Let's find spouse here. Let's see. Filter it out. Go with adult, fertile. Kid's got to pump out some kids, gender, female. Alliances. Let's go with alliance. Marriage, prestige, gain, of course. Ruler. Do they have any rulers? No, they don't have any rulers. How about landed? Nope, no landed. So we're just going to put all there. Dynasty, don't really care. Not lowborn. And let's see. What does that bring up? West Francia princess. A West Francian princess. Now, a West Francian alliance wouldn't be too bad. She's got good intrigue. Let's see. Intricate, wed weaver, deceitful, callous, cynical. I don't really care. There's nothing too bad there. What would... Ooh, vastly superior army. Now that would be nice to conquer Eastern Europe, wouldn't it? Well, the Princess of West Francia. And he doesn't mind me either, so that actually might be what Screw you, Great Movaria. I might align myself with you, but if I can marry my son off to the West Frankian princess and get 4,700 man army on my side, we could conquer everybody, couldn't we? Let's take a look at the other West Frankian princess. She's got better martial and stewardship skills, and she's humble. And I would still get the army. She's 16, though. My son's 24. Skilled tactician, rough terrain expert, honest, shy, and callous. That's that's not bad for my son either here. She's 17. Let me see what else we got here. Loot guard. What kind of army do they wield? Oh, that's not a bad army either. I'm thinking the West Frankian princess, though. I think that's probably the best way to go. Is anybody an heir to something, though? I like maybe... let's see. I don't think anybody's an heir to anything here. Let me... Greek. You don't want to marry a Greek. Although I don't mind Greeks. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and marry my son off to West Francia. There is no Great Movaria people on there. It makes more sense to align myself with West Francia. This person likes me. The younger daughter likes him more than anything. This princess isn't an heir to anything. She's got a 7. Let's see. Cultural acceptance, diplomacy, moderate, blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and marry him off to the younger one because I like her martial skills and her traits and stewardship. The intrigue is really big in my opinion because, like I said, I'm not good with intrigue in games, so having more people that deal with intrigue, the better in my opinion, obviously. But I think this Princess Hildegard would probably work better. Plus, I know this is kind of dumb, but I like the name Hildegard. My Oma's name was Hildegard. So we're going to go ahead and marry him off to Princess Hildegard of West Francia. I still get that 4,700 man army, and we get 500 prestige for the marriage. So, looking good so far, guys. We got that massive army to be able to take over Eastern Europe, and then, well, that just makes the game even funner. So let's go ahead and take a look at the realm here. I've got I used a bunch of cash already, but I'm kicking out 5.5 in gold, which is great. That's going to be lowered, obviously, because I'm going to hire some people in my court. Let me press play here really quick here. Takes it down to 4. Okay. Alliance formed with King Charles II, the Bald of West Francia. Your son and heir will marry Hildegard. So that was big time for the family that is going to help legitimize my empire. And then that also probably helps the balance there in Western Europe because that'll probably help keep East Francia at bay. Because if I can build up my empire here in Central and Eastern Europe, we'd be able to keep East Francia at bay with West Francia. And if East Francia pisses us off, we can invade and conquer their territory. So that's not a bad alliance, in my opinion. Let's see. We got, I don't have enough money to build anything yet. Poznan. I can't pronounce some of this stuff here. Galiz. Wischkow. We're going to have fun naming that stuff. Vassals don't have any of those yet. Not worried about secession laws. I'm more worried about the tribal authority stuff. I created men-at-arms with the bowmen. That takes a little bit to build up, but I like having bowmen. I like archers, of course. Found holy order. Okay, let's look at our council. Let's look at the council. I like to put the right people in place here. Well, at least the bishop likes me somewhat. Ooh, I got a pretty good steward, so I'll probably keep my steward where he's at. Oh, yeah, he's going to stay my steward. What about my chancellor here? My chancellor, looks like he's got the best chancellor diplomacy scroll thingy-majigger there, so he's going to stay my chancellor. It doesn't look too bad so far on the council. A 12 martial skill isn't bad, not the best, but not bad. That's probably above average. All the other ones are super low. Let's look at the intrigue. 14 intrigue, that's fairly decent. So my counsel looks great, actually. If it wasn't for her 14 intrigue, I would probably put my son there. I like to have my son at court and as a counselor because, well, you got to teach the young man how to rule. But we're going to keep him sidelined and keep the 14 intrigue there. The thing that I do not like about my spy master is she doesn't really like me. Neither does my. Actually, nobody on my council really likes me. But once once I start conquering land, I assure you they'll probably like me. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and start converting faith and county. Get everybody Catholic. County control is good. Wow. I normally have to play around with my council staff a little bit, but I started out with a good council, I think. And they'll eventually like me here once I start conquering land and making them rich. Let's see. Let's go ahead and hire a bodyguard here. My son and heir as a bodyguard. Pretty good there. I don't like having my heir as like a bodyguard, though, but I like having him close. So let's go ahead and appoint my champion as a bodyguard. It's nice to have bodyguards. Caravan master. We got a Princess Hildegard, my son's wife, is an average aptitude for a caravan master. Let's go ahead and put her there. That makes her like me more. Court chronicler, don't care. Court jester, probably should have a court jester to keep everybody's mood happy, right? Don't really have a good one, though, but let's go ahead and give it to this lady. Don't need an antiquarian yet. Court physician. Oh, I got some good court physicians, though, here. Let's see. Opinion goes up. Court grandeur goes up. Let's make somebody that doesn't like me as much. So maybe my bishop's better, but vindictive lackey. I like that. And then fearless paragon. Let's go ahead and make Irina. That makes her a little bit more happy. It's nice to have a woman physician anyway, right? Court tutor. What is my money down to? Let's. I don't really need a court tutor yet. Master of the hunt. Ooh, we got some good masters of the hunt in here. Let's make Stogj the master of the hunt. That makes him a little bit more happier towards me anyway. Personal champion. Let's make my marshal the personal champion. That'll also make him happy. My essential. Let's make the content. Oh, but this lady's far smarter, though. Let's make the smarter person my essential. I don't have a court musician or poet yet. Master of the horse. I don't have one of those yet. Royal architect. Don't have one of those yet. So I've got people filled now. Let's see. I can hire a court tutor. I can hire a court chronicler. What does that give me? Oh, that gives me good prestige. I need to keep my prestige up, obviously, since I'll be going to war. Let's go ahead and make my bishop my chronicler for now. I don't need an antiquarian yet, since I don't have any stuff to worry about. Okay, my court. Prisoners. Okay. Intrigue, factions, decisions. Unite the West Slavs! Unite the Slavs in general. Well, I bet you we're going to be doing that here once I conquer more lands. Let's see, what do I have to do? You gain 750 prestige. That'll be huge because that'll offset any of the negative prestige I get for going to war with everybody. Every West Slav kingdom title will have their territories become de jure or primary title. Poles develop a random military group innovation. That's cool. Poles develop a random civic group innovation. Awesome. I got to completely control the region of West Slavia. At least one of these, your primary title is the Kingdom of Poland, Pomerania, Sorbia, Bohemia, or Great Bavaria. You are an emperor, and you hold the Kingdom of Poland, Pomerania, Sorbia, Bohemia, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm sure I can do a couple of those. I don't know about Pomerania, but I might go after Pomerania. I don't know about Bohemia, though. I don't want to go after Bohemia quite yet. I want to worry about some of the others. What's the Unite the Slavs one? So I'm guessing I will be able to unite the West Slavs and just the Slavs in general here once I start conquering land. So that's going to be on our goal list for my Kingdom of Poland videos. And then we're going to show everybody they can't invade Poland anymore. Because, like I said, Poland always gets invaded, either by the Russians or the Germans or whomever, and it gets kind of old, doesn't it? At least throughout history, it hasn't happened in a while, right? Let's see, what are the empires? Slavia becomes your primary title. I gain the Empire of Slavs Legend Seed, whatever the hell that is. What are the requirements? At least one of these. Polish culture has West Slavic, Polish culture has East Slavic, Polish culture has South Slavic. I didn't know there was such a thing. You completely control the region of Slavia. Well, that'll happen. That'll happen, I bet. Adopt feudal ways. What do I need to do? Requirements for that. You have in law absolute tribal authority. Catholicism is an organized faith. Your level fame distinguished or above. The development level in chiefdom of Poznan is greater or equal to 10. Has 70% of all military and civic tribal innovations. Well, we'll be able to adopt feudal. And let's see, found a new kingdom. That we might be able to do, but I might just keep the Empire of Slavia or something. Train for tournaments, search for a physician, already have all that stuff. Activities, I'm not worried about the activities. I don't have the money to do the grand wedding stuff yet. So that looks good. So let's go ahead and go to the hints. Let's get rid of that here. See what we have for the hints, alerts. Oh, I need to do lifestyle. Let's go do that really quick. Unlock, organized march, hit and run tactics, Parthenian tactics, envelopment. Actually, I can unlock most of these except for the strategist. I usually go for the strategist in this game because, well, I'm a strategist. And then I usually go for the gallant stuff and so on and so on. Let's see. Suggestions here. You could ask your faith for gold. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get 100 gold to start kicking people's asses here. You can declare wars. Let's see. Chiefdom of Luchan, Chiefdom of Ratislav, Chiefdom of Jaromir, High Chieftain of whatever that is. So we can go to war with pretty much everybody in the region. Pretty much everybody in the region, which we're going to do. Most of them have bigger armies than me, so it's good that I got West Frankie on my side. We'll probably go after Blota first, however you pronounce that, since they're the smaller one, and go from there. I should probably see who his allies are, though. He doesn't have any allies. He doesn't have any allies. Holy War for County. Oh, that's right. I could go to Holy War with these people because they're non-Catholics. That is going to work in my favor with the Pope, isn't it? That is going to work majorly in my favor with the Pope. See, what do I... let's see here. Boy, that would probably piss the region off if I did it for Holy War, though, wouldn't it? I mean, everybody else is already pissed off at me anyway. But that would definitely make the Pope happy for me, wouldn't it? So that's something to think about if I go... I don't know what the difference is going to Holy War. I don't think there is much difference. What do I gain Holy War-wise? Within the target title, all held by Slavic rulers are seized, and any Catholic rulers are vassalized by you. You will seize all territory within the realm that is part of blah blah blah. Chieftains, all allies share your. Oh yeah, that maybe going to holy war with them isn't a good thing yet. But holy war, Slovakian rulers may join the war, so maybe I should just use the conquer county. Because the rest of the region might go to war because I went to holy war with them. So we'll worry about the holy war stuff for when we take on the infidels. So anyway, that's probably what we'll do, is go after that little shit first. And then let's see, let's get some champions. I can recruit this guy. He doesn't have really good prowess though, but we'll recruit him just to get another champion. Then let's invite champions. Ooh, I don't want to use all that prestige, though. Okay, so that's good for the hints. Let's see. I typically like to marry off my my courtiers first. Let's see here. Should I marry off my courtiers first or start going to war? My army's up to 1,700, plus I got my big ally. Um, let's go ahead and marry off my court first. I know this first video might be a little boring, I apologize, but this is just how I typically play the game first. I like to set my people up and then go from there, because once I make my people all happy, my council all happy, then we can start conquering everybody. So let's see here. Obviously, you can't marry the bishop. She's already married. Irene. Come on, Irene. Let's see. Astute intellect, forgiving, just, brave. She's kind of cute, too. So let's marry her off to somebody. And one of the other things I like to do is use these people from my court and bring in like really good, talented people. So that's another reason why I tend to marry my court off very first thing, is because I can bring in more knights or champions who have really, really good attributes, which then I can add to my court or my council or my army. And, well, the more people you have in court, especially the more talent you have in court, the better your empire. So again, that's another reason why I like to marry off my people right away, because it better helps your kingdom overall. So let's see. This dude's a mayor. City of Monza. I don't know who that is. This person's got good martial. I like to bring in knights with good martial skills, with marrying off my female courtiers or stewards. Typically, if I'm marrying off a man to a woman, I like to go for their stewardship or intrigue or smarts. Because a lot of the women in court can be teachers, which is also huge because you can educate the children at court, make them wards of people, to better your empire. The smarter the people in your empire, the better, I say, because it just helps build a proper kingdom, if you ask me. So let's go ahead. This guy's got pretty decent smarts. That guy's French, Anglo-Saxon. It's probably good to get some more Anglo-Saxons and French on my side anyway, right? This guy from France has got pretty decent diplomacy, decent stewardship. This might be a better suit for her, at least attribute-wise for me. It's between this guy. This guy's just, though. I like that. Oh, brilliant strategist, military engineer. Yeah, I'm going to have to marry her off to this guy. I do like this guy because of his attributes, but he doesn't have that extra military stuff, and it's good to have more military people in your kingdom. Oh, plus she gets 200 prestige family-wise. So that's a good match for the kingdom overall. I'm a nerd and I just love this. I absolutely love this. So she's gotten married here. What about my court jester? The thing is, like, when you marry off your courtiers that are your, court jesters or whatever, they typically leave your court, their court position, which isn't bad because you brought in a whole bunch of other people. Sorry, I'm lighting up a victory cigar already. Let's see. Let's take a look at the attribute traits here. Adequate, bargainer, just. I like just people. Fickle, forgiving. So she's 31. Let's get her a spouse. Let's find her a spouse. Who can we marry her off to? Ooh, this guy's honest. At least he's honest. I like his attributes. Let's go ahead and marry her off to this dude. It's good Franconian culture, too. Good Franconian culture. Let's get this dude married off. This dude's a brilliant strategist, too. Handsome with that beard. Very manly. Ooh, what? I can't remember what that trait is. She's intelligent. Well, she probably wins out. She's sadistic, though. I don't like having sadistic people in my court. However, she's got great attributes, but she's intelligent, so she's going to that dude. Now, I'll probably lose my spy master here because I'm marrying her off, but I got my son to put on the council, though, too, and whomever else I brought in through this. So this guy, Mayor, look at his attributes. Be nice to have that dude on my side, Swabian. Let's go ahead and marry her off to that dude just for the chancellor diplomacy skill there. My goodness. Let's see. Who's this guy? Handsome young fellow. He's honest. I like honest people in the game. The more honest people you have by your side, the better. Let's see. Let's marry him off to... Oh, she's cute. Ute is fit and sound of body. She's sadistic, though. I really don't like sadistic people, but she's got great attributes. This lady, though, look at her stewardship. I do like my women in the game to have good diplomacy skills and good smarts. And, well, this lady has a lot of good attributes, but I think the Franconian's better than the Italian. Gray Eminence, greedy, lustful, craven. He's got good diplomacy, but that's about it. Let's find somebody that can match better with him. Ooh, we can marry him off to this lady who has great stewardship. Typically, great stewardship wins out on most stuff with me. Beta. Let's see. See what her charismatic, negotiator, brave, temperate, shy. Doesn't have a whole lot of good attributes, so let's marry her off. Ooh, look at this guy. That guy's Anglo-Saxon, great diplomacy, decent marshal, and he's smart. Oh, she's definitely going to that dude. He's a genius. Who's this lady? Ooh, brilliant strategist. She's reckless, forgiving, eccentric, and temperate. This is a good person to have in court just for the traits. Might not have the best attributes, but her traits are good. Let's marry her off to this Franconian. He's got better attributes. The others are like all sadistic, and I'm like, oh, let's stick away from the sadistic people. So let's see if that works. My steward and champion. I like my steward. He's fortune builder. He stutters. Now I gotta give the guy a hand. I actually stutter. I grew up with a stutter. I was in therapy for stuttering my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but as a child. So I kind of got I gotta tip my cap to that guy. He's honest too, greedy and humble. He's one of my favorites then. Let's find him a good spouse. Let's find him a good spouse. Oh, I don't want to marry him off to a sadistic or heartless woman. Intricate web weavers, stubborn, generous, cynical. She had good stewardship skills, better diplomacy than that first woman. Let's go ahead and marry him off to this lady. She's not as smart as the first lady, but that's okay. This person is astute, intellectual, shy, compassionate, lazy. Oh shoot, I've got 5 minutes left in this video. I'll probably kick out 2 videos at a time because I feel like I didn't get very far with you guys on this first video. So maybe I'll publish 2 videos at a time depending on how far I get in the game. Plus, it gets my watch hours up too. Yeah, I've already hit that 500 and I think I'm up to like 530 subscribers. Guys, thank you for that. Thank you. I've reached that 500 mark. My watch hours have gone up. My short views have gone up. I appreciate you guys. This is the first video or the first part of my Kingdom of Poland campaign. We're going to conquer Central and Eastern Europe and convert everybody to Catholicism. Guys, thank you for your support. Go check out my other videos. Check out my paranormal vlog that I'm making. I posted a couple of days ago about an entity who saved my life and seeing Jesus Christ. I post other videos, like mostly gaming videos outside of my paranormal stuff. I've been working on Verdun, World War I Verdun. I'm going through the U.S. Doughboy faction on Verdun and going through the different squads and weapons. Go check those videos out. I'll be posting another Verdun video on Friday. That'll be the U.S. faction gunner squad. And then I plan to go live on Saturday. I typically post videos and go live around 11 p.m. because of my work schedule. Again, guys, this is the first part of my Kingdom of Poland campaign. Other campaigns like Northumbria and maybe Ukraine and a couple of others are good content makers. So those are also in the works. I post paranormal videos every Monday and so on and so on. Again, guys, thank you for subscribing. Like I said, I've got like 530 subscribers now. Hit that subscribe button. That's how you promote and help small content makers like myself. Hit that bell button. That lets you know when I go live. Post comments. I love to hear from my community. I like to hear and see all the comments. Tell me what you like about these games. Tell me what you would like to see more of. If you like me talking about certain things, let me know because that just helps me, helps make better content. Again, guys, I post Crusader King videos on Wednesdays, Verdun on Fridays, Go Live Saturdays, and paranormal videos on Mondays. Thank you all, guys. Again, this is the first part of my Kingdom of Poland.